What's up?
What is up, producers in the house?
What up, music producers?
That's right.
How are y'all doing on this lovely Christmas week eve?
That's right. It's almost Christmas.
It's almost Christmas.
It's going to be fun.
It's going to be better than fun for me.
That's right. You go to Miami.
Miami. Has a J in there.
I'm going to Nashville.
Nashville.
It's going to be freezing.
You got is it?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, there's that cold front, right?
Yeah.
And Miami's going to be summertime feeling, basically.
That's right.
I don't think it's going to hit us at all.
No, y'all are going to the beach.
It's going to be nice for us. Wherever you all are tuning in from, hope you're having a good time. Hopefully it's not too much harsh weather for you.
Right.
But today we are going to talk about mental health.
Mental health.
The importance of it.
Yep.
I'm Rome. This is Ray.
I'm Ray.
We are music producers. We've done it for too many years now. Not too many.
A lot of years.
A whole lot of years. And we're here to help you all. And in doing so, we actually made something for y'all. A free gift.
That's right.
ForwardProducer.com/ISP.
ISP.
Right there on the screen if you're watching. ForwardProducer.com/ISP. Industry Standard Productions course. Yeah, you got it right there, Ray.
That's
Good
right.
job. 7 steps to level up your production game.
That's right.
I mean, you don't want to be a mediocre producer.
That's right. And it's been helping a lot of people. We've gotten a lot of feedback from it, and it's really good. Go get it. And it's free. Absolutely free.
You can't beat free.
Free. That's the best price.
The best price. Yeah, so go check it out. ForwardProducer.com/ISP. Check it out right there.
That's right.
So we have industry news, Ray.
Yes. You know what, Rome? Everybody loves a comeback. Right? Actually, speaking of comeback, what'd you think about the World Cup? Argentina.
That wasn't a comeback. They dominated. Well, no, they lost one game, I think.
Yeah. Well, you were thinking France was going to take it.
I did, and they almost did.
That's right.
I thought France was going to do it, but I wanted Argentina to win.
That was a great game. 3-3. Anyway,
good.
Sorry. I digress.
It was good. Hopefully you enjoyed the World Cup, y'all, wherever you're tuning in from.
That's right.
If you're Brazilian, you were like, but
right. Exactly.
My wife's Brazilian, so I know.
But hey, everyone loves a comeback. And in the music business world right now, that is vinyl. Vinyl is making a comeback.
Some people are on here probably don't even know what vinyl is.
Oh, come on. Everyone knows it. I mean, like I was telling Rome earlier, like my 16-year-old son he's 19 now, but for his 16th birthday, he asked for a record player, and he actually started collecting vinyls. Can you believe that?
I can't believe that.
Well,
this is how many years ago? 3 years ago?
3 years ago.
And he was ahead of the game.
He's ahead of the curve. So, look, hey, in the U.S., for example, let's say, on a retail basis, from mid revenues from vinyl albums grew 22%.
Sheesh.
To $570 million, while vinyl share of the physical market, total, the physical musical market,
right,
increased from 68% to 73%.
Sheesh.
It's crazy, man. So year to date, everything's up. I mean, it's crazy. I just never thought vinyl would ever come back.
That's like tape coming back or CDs coming back.
Yeah, honestly, it's a little bit like us ditching digital and just
going back
recording analog
tape. Yeah,
right.
Yeah, I think the biggest thing is like it's actually a physical. Like if you're a hardcore fan of someone, there's a really strong connection on social, but it's still a disconnect because it's like a digital.
Right,
so when you get like a vinyl or something physical,
something you can feel.
It's like, ooh, I got their music.
Maybe that's why people are liking that.
I think so.
Yeah, and you can always,
because they ain't really playing them like that. Like the quality's not as good as playing it on some headphones and like on the actual Spotify stream.
Right. What do you mean?
The quality's not as good. It's a vinyl.
Stop it.
What are you trying to say?
I'm trying to say the quality has got to be just as good.
On vinyl?
Okay, that would be a great A/B test.
Oh.
We should do forward producer test. Vinyl quality versus streaming quality.
You know, the vinyl warps has hiss and hum and artifacts and static.
That's all the cool stuff.
Let us know. Do you all listen to the vinyl that you buy, or are you just holding it and putting it on a plaque on your wall or souvenir?
You don't think people are listening to the vinyl?
Not many of them. I'd say 30%.
We need comments on this one.
I'd say 30% are actually listening to those vinyls.
And then you think they're just collecting them?
Yeah.
Never even crossed my mind.
Yeah, they're just collecting them. As a fan, you want something from your, like a signature. If someone signs something,
yeah,
you're not there rubbing it and looking at it every single day. You're like, this is great. I'm gonna go keep it in a safe spot because I love this.
Unbelievable.
There's probably
why get a vinyl and not play it?
Because it's iconic. It's like,
I'm just gonna look at this picture.
Heck yeah.
Even though I can play the picture.
Bro, do you even comprehend what an NFT is?
Yeah.
This is like, a vinyl is like another level of NFT. You have it in your hands.
In the blockchain.
That's what I think. I think that's what's happening.
Interesting. You feel like people are treating it like a collectible.
Yeah.
Huh.
Yeah, because you don't need a record player to have it.
Well, comment, guys. What do y'all think?
Yeah, let us know what you all think. You know, I saw some things that there's even like mass production vinyl printing places.
Yeah. That
they do it high quality.
Yeah.
And they just run them out. Boom, 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 boom. It's really good. So if you're looking to distribute vinyl, there's a couple places out there that you could check out.
It would be interesting to see
It's merch, right? Is what it is.
Yeah.
It's like getting a bobblehead of your favorite lead singer.
Yeah.
That's what I think.
Okay, got it. It would be interesting to see how 808s respond to vinyl.
They don't. They're gone.
You think?
And the really high end, gone. It's all mids. It's all low mids and mids, I think is all it is. I don't know. I haven't heard a record since I was a little kid.
Yeah.
Let us know what y'all think. Will you get a vinyl and you going to listen to it, or are you just going to hold it and cherish it like a little teddy bear?
Well, I mean, we're talking to producers and artists. They got to know, if it can add revenue.
It can, for sure. It has.
Yeah.
Your stats on there said.
That's right.
Think about it. If you could get it, same thing with merch. That's all it is. To me, it's merch.
Yeah.
You just get your thing mass produced, or you get it on demand. So-and-so clicks a link on your website, says, hey, I want this vinyl.
Right.
And I want it. You probably need to design something cool, not just a plain black, I think.
Right.
Make it something nice.
And then they just put it on their shelf and then listen to the stream.
Probably. You never know. But I think as an artist, though, you set something up on your website where someone else is fulfilling, like that big company I was talking about.
Right.
I don't know their name. My apologies, y'all. I don't know their name. But
that's all right.
Get that shipped to them, and then boom, a package arrives from your favorite band of a vinyl.
People are freaking out.
Right. Let us know what y'all think.
Yeah, let us know.
That's our idea. So we have top 3 holiday favorites in honor of Christmas coming up in a few days. You're making sound effects. You got it right here.
I don't know which one works for that.
Top 3 holiday favorites. We'll ricochet
all right.
one.
You want me to go first?
What's that? Pinball?
Elf.
Ping-pong?
The movie Elf. Santa.
Your mic's covering your whole face, by the way.
Oh, it is. That's fine.
Move it over here.
Oh, how about that?
There you go. We can see half your face now.
Bud.
Perfect.
Elf is probably
one
of my.
It's just a family tradition you all do, or you do it on your own time.
I
in
do
bed
it because my family blows me off. Like the tradition is, as we're putting up the Christmas tree, we're watching the movie Elf.
Oh, that's cool.
That's the thing. But I got completely blown off last year because I put my Christmas tree up in October.
I would have blown you off too. And playing the movie Elf, that's super early.
Heck yeah, man. So
October what?
It was actually it was right after Halloween.
So that's November.
Well, whatever.
Or you did it Halloween night?
No, I think I did it.
Kids are trick or treating, and you're giving them
time wise. I think I had the tree up before trick or treat.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, before Halloween.
Yeah, that's too early. How late do you leave the tree up? Does it come down New Year, like day after Christmas?
For the most, well, no, New Year's.
All right.
Yeah, New Year's Day is when we wrap everything up.
Okay.
All right, so mine is Elf. What's yours?
My favorite thing about the holidays, since I've been married, we go to Miami.
Ah. Nice.
Which is kind of a good and a bad.
Yeah.
Because it's like, it's not a traditional, I'm not here with my family. We actually celebrate Christmas around Thanksgiving with my family. They do presents and everything for the kids and blah, blah, blah.
Really?
Yeah.
Wow, that's cool.
So the kids get everything, and then we go to Miami and we go out there and we typically go there for 2 weeks. So we'll go Christmas, then we'll go New Year's, and then our anniversary is on the 6th. This year is our 10-year, which we plan to do something big there, but we're flying back on the 6th because of just how it worked out.
Right.
But that's a big one for us.
Oh, well, that's fun, man.
Be there with family. It's actually a vacation. This time around is actually going to be a real vacation because, let me see how to say this. The last couple of years, about 7 years, we had an occupation that required a lot of attention from us, even though we weren't there.
Right.
So this one, it's actually we're not doing that. So we're going to be chilling.
And then y'all should be able to like go on dates and stuff like that because you got your whole family there watching your kids, right?
You would assume so,
but no,
you never know. We'll see what happens. We do though. We do a little bit, not a ton, but we do a little bit. It really takes like. Mila's a mom that's hecka like making sure her kids are good A1. Yeah. So we usually just like make sure they're asleep and then we'll bounce out and just do a later night.
Gotcha.
Yeah, so
all up in the clubs. You're gonna hit the clubs?
The last heck no, I hate going to clubs. The last time Apollo I think was a baby like newborn. He was not even a few months old. So this time it'll be a little different because he walks and he's like a little more independent. And
right.
Adonis is super independent. So
cool.
We'll see. Hopefully. What's your number 2?
So my number 2, I think, is winter weather in Nashville, Tennessee.
It's like iconic weather, Christmas weather.
Yeah.
Snow?
Yeah. Sometimes.
Maybe this year, right?
Not maybe this year because there's already a front kind of hitting it. So, but man, I love all the trees. Like there's tons of trees in Nashville because it's Tennessee, right?
Right.
But yeah, just all
pine trees,
Pine trees,
trees,
all sorts of kind of trees, and it is
all sorts of kind of trees.
Beautiful. It is beautiful, Christmassy.
So you're just kind of like my number 1, but my number 1's a little opposite. We're straight up in Miami.
Well, right.
For us, it's like it's an end of year.
Right.
We leave and we go and
I like cold. Honestly, I like cold weather and Christmas time.
Yeah, it's iconic, right?
Right. That's why I'm glad we're going there instead of 70-degree during Christmas,
80s.
Texas.
We get 70. Yeah.
Right.
Yeah, our weather's hit and miss here.
All right.
So
for sure.
My number. Are you done with yours?
Yeah.
My number 2 is probably. Sheesh. I'll probably say eggnog.
Oh, come on, eggnog.
You like eggnog?
I do. You got to watch it.
You got to get the right kind.
Right.
You
kind of give it a little help?
No, I don't have nothing. No. I'm too safe for that, Ray God. I have too much conviction in my blood to be diluting it with some other conviction that ain't a part of the Lord's kingdom.
We can debate that theologically later.
My buddy Drew came to visit us Thanksgiving Day.
Yeah.
No, the day before. I don't remember. He came to visit. He was my roommate at CFNI.
Yeah.
And he was like, I got some presents for y'all. He brought us 2 eggnogs from, I don't even remember. But it was the bomb.
Awesome.
It was like a cinnamon vanilla. It wasn't really eggy, noggy.
Do you like it warm or cold?
Cold.
Nice.
I like cold drinks.
Yeah. Well, my third one is similar in that it's the food. Like just, the whole family.
Holiday food.
Yeah, whole family around the table. Just that awesome feeling and just being with family around the table. And you just eat for a few days.
Just hanging out with people, eat for a few days.
You hang out.
And then you get food poisoning in the next week.
Right. And you're just eating and hanging out. Let's see. I think last year, the year before, we watched the entire Lord of the Rings trilogy.
Oh, yeah.
You know what I mean? All that stuff.
Did you watch the new one on Amazon Prime?
Yes. Let's not talk about that. It was okay.
All right.
It was okay.
So you like the number 3 is your food.
Food. Well, yeah. It's just the idea of the food and the hanging out, watching Christmas movies.
Yeah.
Just the hang.
Cold weather.
The hang, exactly.
Yeah.
Hang is my third one.
Yeah. My third one will probably be the same. I'd probably say the same. But it's like we're over in Miami, so it's a little different.
Yeah.
It's like with Mila's family.
Yeah.
Which is good. We get to hang out a lot, go see people we haven't seen like a year prior or maybe a few months prior if we go out.
Yeah.
So I like it too. There's plenty, man. They go off.
There you go.
Brazilian food. New Year's Eve is like such a huge celebration for them.
Yeah.
You have to wear all white.
Really?
They cook everything. Mila's stepdad cooks ribs and steak and blah blah blah. Tomahawk steak last year.
Yes.
He rolls deep on the grill.
I might have to roll. If I knock on y'all's door, y'all let me in.
We're in Miami.
Yeah.
Yeah. Come on, we'll let you. We don't have a choice. You're like, you don't know anyone here. You don't. You're here in the wrong part of town.
Right. Exactly.
He makes some ribs though.
Come on.
Which he has to have a little help with his like you were talking about with the nog.
Yeah.
He needs to have a little bit of help in his system. And he'll make these ribs. I've never seen anyone do it, but he puts mustard on them.
Yeah.
He does all this stuff.
That's just the binder. You don't taste it.
Come on, steak preacher, grill preacher. Yeah, it's the
culinary arts.
I like the food too.
The smoking arts.
Yeah. You know what's weird though? Now that I think about it, when you're younger, you're all about presents.
Yeah.
Now I don't even care for a present.
Yeah. I just want the hang.
Yeah. Like we have kids now.
And
so
a necktie. I'm kidding.
And a good old time with some eggnog.
Yeah, Christmas is about the kids, man.
Yeah, it really is. I think with present stuff, I think we kind of branched away from doing like a bunch of buying individuals gifts. Now we do Secret Santa.
Oh.
Which is a lot easier on us because we travel there with 2 kids and luggage. Right. So we do an online thing. We use drawnames.com, put you on some game for Secret Santa.
Yeah.
And it assigns everyone.
Yeah. And
you put your gift list on there, which that's how they make money. It's free, but they make money off the affiliate.
Oh,
off of putting your list on there and people buy it off the link.
That's
very smart.
Yeah, that's right.
We do that. It's convenient. Honestly, I didn't even put an actual gift. I put gift cards to different places.
Right.
Like I need clothes, so I'm like, give me a gift card to whatever.
Right.
Some spot.
Right. That's cool.
It's all about the hang, Ray Dog.
Hang.
Well, that's good. The top 3 holiday favorites. So let's get into the main portion of the talk.
Yes.
So you were talking with me when the news broke about DJ Switch taking his life.
Yep.
And mental health is such a big thing, especially now in the holidays.
It's huge.
So we could talk a little bit about that. What are your thoughts on either?
Well, a couple things. Like my father-in-law just passed away in like right before the day before Thanksgiving. And so that's actually the first time Krista and I have had to deal with like a death so close. And so this is our first Christmas without him. So and I know we're not the only ones, that have to deal with that. So just those, I mean, everything from financial pressure to I don't know if we're going to have a Christmas for the kids kind of pressure.
Yeah.
But it's just something about, and then also, loved ones passing away. It's just something about this time of the year. It's just important to make sure everyone's healthy mentally, because it can be tough. Even though it's super celebratory, and it's, the spirit of Christmas and giving, and it should be a joyous occasion, for a lot of people, it's not. And it can be tough.
Yeah, I think so. I mean, we're Christians, and even Christians go through some mental health stuff.
Absolutely.
And I think there's a stigma of like, if you don't look like you have your stuff together, either you're not strong in your faith,
right,
or whatever.
Right.
So there's probably a lot of people out there, like you're saying, like around the holidays, missing family, or just going through something hard, or the weight of work, or people being fearful about the upcoming recession that's supposed to come.
Right.
And it's like, man, that's so much stuff on them, yet they won't. I believe one of the key unlocks to helping you with mental health is to be able to communicate with someone about it.
Agreed.
Other than yourself, and staying to yourself. But that's such like a huge, like, either it's pride or it's lack of knowledge or fear.
Right.
That you don't talk with anyone about it and you just hold it to yourself.
Right.
Until whatever, either something's got to give. I think in that dude's case, it's like he thought to him was probably the only option.
Right.
It's very sad.
Yeah, and just there's something that just it really hits me when there's an artist that takes their own life, because in a way, what that person was bringing is you can't bring it anymore into the planet.
Right.
Can't bring it into the earth anymore. So one of my main messages, one of my life messages, is to live and to live. Bring that, especially if you're a creative person. Man, go out there and live. Go out there and bring your art to the world, because you never know something that you do. That's why content can be so powerful, because literally one little piece of content, man, that could be a blog, that could be a actual piece of art, that could be a movie, that could be a song. Just that when you put that out there into the world, you never know how it's going to affect someone, and it could
be breakthrough for them.
Exactly right. Maybe it's that message of hope that they needed to hear that changes their whole life. I mean, you can really change somebody's world.
Really.
And so that's why I like to, just my big encouragement to creative people, producers, songwriters. I mean, who it doesn't matter if you're a creative person. Man, go live. Go put your music out there, because you never know how it can change somebody's world.
Yep, that's very true. I think with people that are going through it, if you're an artist, you need to get help and stuff like that. But also, I think some fulfillment will come with what you're talking about, of potentially putting out something that can help someone.
That's right.
Maybe dealing with the same thing you are. Maybe your story is how you've dealt with death in your family, or dealt with depression, or dealt with heartbreak, and you put that in your music, and you're authentically putting it out there, and as you put it out, it's going to reach someone and help boost them up and give them hope, like, oh, I'm not the only one. Wow, that same thing happened to me. Like, I can make it. This person's talking about it openly, I could talk about it openly too.
Right.
I think that's huge.
Yeah. And for me, like, obviously mental health is in your mind, right?
Yep.
It's about those thoughts and those cycles, negative thoughts sometimes, kind of going through your mind. One of the best ways to me for it to help is getting those out. So either it's not either or, it's both and. You can talk it out, friends, family, counselor, all different kind of ways, just getting those thoughts out of your head by actually verbalizing them to someone else. That's kind of A.
Trustworthy person.
Right. And B, for a creative person, that can also be expressed in your art.
Yeah.
I can't tell you how many times maybe something was going on in my head and I just began to write. So I would write a little story, or I would write a song about what I was going through.
Yep.
You know what I mean? And just even those types of things, putting that art out, especially as a creative person, is therapy.
Yeah.
Or at least can be, very therapeutic.
Yeah. Yeah, I think with some of the people that are going through it.
Yeah.
I've gone through mental issues, not like on a huge scale, but gone through depression and stuff like that.
Yeah.
And I've learned that unless you are able to do stuff that brings you fulfillment, you're going to potentially be stuck.
Right.
And it's probably going to be a negative effect. Like, you're going to keep going down and down and down.
Right.
Like, even alongside of what you're talking about with talking to people.
Yeah.
Do something that gives you fulfillment, that brings you joy.
Right.
I'd also say be conscious of what you watch, what you hear.
Yeah.
Because
what you put in your mind.
What you put in, because
what you hear, see.
Yeah, especially with social media, you could easily be upset because you've been doing music for whatever 5 years. You see someone that just started and they got whatever.
Right.
And you're like, oh, and that could put something in your mind and your heart of like, I'm not good enough, or I can't do it.
Right.
It's like, so you got to be careful what you're watching and what you're listening to. Like, that's huge as well.
Yeah.
Because music's powerful.
Yeah, and I've never had the depression part is never. I mean, I definitely have been depressed in the past, but it's never really been as big of a deal for me as much as anxiety.
Mm-hmm.
Anxiety has been my big battle as far as mental health. In fact, I've had a few panic attacks.
Mm.
My very first one was on a Southwest Airlines plane.
On the plane.
On the plane.
Sheesh.
So just super real quick. The
already in the air?
Yeah, we were in the air. And they were actually talking about landing the emergency. So hang on, let me back up.
There might be a few people also going through the same situation.
Oh, for sure. So the day before, I actually got to play for Michael W. Smith. It was my first time on drums. Now, when I first started playing for him, I was his keyboard player, and I was a background singer and percussionist. But this year, I switched over to drums, and we were playing at the Billy Graham Crusade in Indianapolis, Indiana, and we were at the RCA Dome, so 60,000 people. Mm-hmm. This is my first gig on drums with Michael, so I was freaking out. The anxiety was super high level, and not only were there 60,000 people in the audience, but at the time it was going to be aired on ABC, NBC, and CBS. So
millions.
Yeah, a couple of million people were watching. So the anxiety was just at a height. So I went through the show. It was great. It was a 45-minute set. No issues. But it was just that intensity.
Mm-hmm.
That's the only word I can. It was
like
just
a new experience,
dude. Just what if I fail? What if I do this in front of laughing stock in front of millions of people? I mean, just all these just insane thoughts. So I was battling it for like 24 hours. It was crazy. So the next day we're leaving. And so we get on the plane. We're headed back to Nashville, and I was kind of asleep. And then my buddy next to me, Michael Wilshire, said, "Hey, I need to use the restroom." So I got up, and as I got up, just something I can't really explain it. It's almost like my blood was leaving my head, and I was just
like lightheaded.
Yeah, and I was having a hard time breathing. And it was, I just really started to panic. Mm. So I went in the back, told one of the flight attendants that I needed some oxygen because I think I felt like I was having a heart attack. Mm. And so next thing I know, I'm laying on the floor in the back of a Southwest Airlines flight, taking off my clothes. Like I don't know.
You blacked out?
No, I didn't black out, but I feel like I just lost it. Like I didn't really know where I was. It just really.
That's crazy.
Yeah, it was a full blown. So I had my shirt off. So they called a military doctor that was there on the plane. She came back and checked me out. Couldn't find anything majorly wrong. They actually got me oxygen. All this stuff. They started to talk to the pilot about landing. It was just a big ruckus. But then, slowly but surely, I started to come out of it. I put my shirt back on, got back in my seat, and the weirdest thing was, by the time we landed, I was fine.
It's crazy.
I was totally fine. Went to the doctor shortly after that, and they said, because I thought it was a heart issue. Mm-hmm. He said, "No, dude, everything with your heart is fine. Cholesterol's great. AKG, nothing.
Blood good."
And he's like, "I think you had a panic attack."
Dang.
So after that, I just started to. So I had a few small ones. Like that was probably the biggest. But then the second biggest was before a live recording.
How old are you on the plane?
Oh, let's see. Me and Crystal were married. 24, 25? Mm. I'm sorry. 34, 35. Mm. Yep.
Crazy.
I know, man. And so when I talk about mental health and all that, it's real for me because, I've had to deal with issues. And so at one point in our marriage, we were actually having some trouble in our marriage. So we decided to seek out help. And so we went to a licensed therapist, and we went every single week for 9 months. But what we discovered in that process was that it wasn't our marriage that was actually the problem. It was the individual traumas that my wife and I had dealt with over the years. Together. And then we bring that into the marriage together. So what was awesome was walking through the therapy process with my wife, dealing with her things, and then she dealing with my things. Mm. And that's when I really had a breakthrough on the anxiety.
It wasn't like a who's right, who's wrong.
Right. No. It was like, hey, Raymond, you're reacting this way to what she's saying because of what you dealt with when you were younger.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? That you never had dealt with. And then here's another thing I found out in therapy is that your brain does not fully develop until you're about 25, 26 years old. So you physically do not have the mental capability of processing trauma, some certain traumas, until you're in your mid-20s.
Wow.
And that's exactly when a lot of the panic attacky stuff started happening in my early to mid-20s.
Mm-hmm.
So
I think with that too, that's powerful. Like, you all went to counseling.
Yeah.
And there's I think there's another I think there's another big stigma of like people don't really talk about it that much.
Oh no, dude, I'll talk about it. Like, dude, it's therapy to talk about therapy.
Yeah. But I think people
you know?
people don't, either they don't know it or they feel like it might be a pride thing.
Yeah.
To say like, I've gone to therapy, or I need to go to therapy, or I have a therapist.
Right.
And I think that's a big thing that kind of prevents people and keeps them stuck, because there's that stigma of like, what will people think about me if I'm someone that goes to therapy? Yeah. It's like, who cares?
That's right. Yeah, we went every week for 9 months, and then after that, we went once a month for another 6 to 7, 8 months. In fact,
it was breakthrough for you all.
In fact, I called her a few months ago. It wasn't last month, but probably 6, 7 months ago. We reached out again. Well, actually, I did, because it was more issues I was dealing with. But yeah, dude, I'm all about reaching out, getting the help you need, because at the end of the day, it's your responsibility. Your mental health, who you hang with, everything that's going on in your life is your responsibility. So take that responsibility and get help.
Yep.
You know what I mean?
And I think you need to, a crucial thing is to get help and seek out help with someone that is reputable and trustworthy.
Absolutely. Because
if it's just a friend that isn't morally sound and they could use that stuff to fire back at you to get their way or something like that, that's terrible. Like, you need to find someone trustworthy.
We learned cool techniques that we use to this day.
That's great.
You know, on how to maneuver from basically those negative emotions and negative feelings,
the false
and
thoughts,
how to convert those into more positive and switch. Basically, I forgot what they called it. Circle of pain. Moving from your circle of pain into your circle of truth. Right?
That's great.
You know, what's true for me, like what's my truth that pushes against the negative feelings that and the negative thoughts that are in my mind. So learning techniques like that, it was really cool. It was fantastic.
Yeah, it's powerful.
Yeah,
seek out help, y'all. I think for me, we're believers.
Yeah.
The big thing for me, I haven't had any like panic attacks.
Yeah.
I've gone through depression and stuff like that where I reached out, gone through counseling and stuff like that. But the biggest thing for me is praying.
Yes.
Reading the Bible.
Yep.
Worshiping.
Because if you think about it, why I think reading the Bible is so important is because it fights against those negative thoughts. It gives you an actual ammo to push against negative thoughts. And because really the Bible is truth, everything that it's saying is reality, truth and reality. So that pushes, I use that to push against the lie and negativity that's going on in my mind. I use it to bust it up. Yeah. Bust up the lies.
And if you don't know it,
right,
you can't use it.
That's right.
So that's another reason why you need to read it.
Yeah. Read it.
Yeah, I'm a firm believer in that. My family, firm believers in it. Yeah. Like not my immediate family, but like my parents, grandparents. It's been like a staple for us to prioritize our faith.
Right.
And it's been strong breakthrough for me personally. Yeah. And I know I'm going to be able to lead my family in the same way to help them and to make sure that they don't have to go through trauma that previous generations have.
Yeah.
But yeah, seek out help, y'all. Hope y'all are going to not have to go through too much bad stuff.
But if you do, get help, because there is help out there. If nothing else, talk to a friend.
Yeah.
And start moving towards getting those things out of you.
Yep. It's 100% your responsibility.
Yep.
You got to find the right people that could even, a big thing is staying accountable too. Like, find the right people that will keep you accountable. And someone trustworthy that's going to call you or text you or see you at wherever and say, hey, how you doing? No, and they're like, oh, I'm good. No. How are you doing? Yeah, exactly.
Let's go get some coffee.
Yep. And if you have a spouse,
that's right.
They could do it.
That's right.
They should be doing it.
They can, yeah.
Oh, so yeah, that's very sad about DJ Switch.
Yeah.
And I'm sure there's plenty of other people out there that have done similar things, but yeah. Hopefully this has been breakthrough for some of y'all about mental health stuff and helping you. So transition a little bit. We have viewer comment.
Yes.
So we have someone that was on TikTok that we posted the video about streaming hitting. Go ahead.
Oh, yeah. $1 trillion? What was it?
We have a noise here for TikTok. Cheesy.
Tickety-tockety.
We had that post about hitting overall streams hit 1 trillion. And they commented, so this is Casual Burrito 79.
Come on, Casual Burrito.
Come on, Casual Burrito.
I already like you.
They said, I don't know if it's a he or she. I'm assuming it's a he. Streaming has effed, that's a expletive, up so much. And the major art have stream farms. So they're probably talking about major artists.
Yeah.
Major artists have stream farms of servers just playing their music 24/7.
Yeah.
And that's what we kind of talked about.
He ain't wrong. Or she ain't wrong. Whatever.
I have some conspiracy thoughts on this.
Oh, that's right. That kind of goes along with what you were thinking.
It is what I was thinking. Let's put it this way. Let's give you a
Well, then
situation.
I want a farm.
You ain't a big dog yet.
How much could it cost?
You don't understand how this works. Right?
How does it talk to me, Rome? How does it work?
All right, let's say I'm gonna give you an analogy. I'm gonna give everyone an analogy.
Me.
Let's say you are at a business. Maybe let me try to relate it to this. Let's say you're at an arcade.
Yeah. Okay.
And you can win tickets.
Yeah.
In our case, it'll be money for your streams. And I own the arcade, and I see you, Ray Dog. I have no clue who you are, and you're organically doing all this good stuff, and you're like hitting it.
Yeah.
I could just say, nah, this is against our law, our practices. You're breaking our agreement, and since I own this, I could shut you down. And then I could come along. I could see Rome. He actually hired people to come in and start winning him tickets, robots, and I could say, that's my boy. Go ahead. Oh, you want actually this machine over here is the one that's going to pay out a lot more. Oh, yes, they could do it, Ray. If I was not a strong moral man, I would have done it already.
I do know that the big three are equity investors in Spotify. I do know that. But I don't know if Apple works that way.
It ain't public if they do. Think about it, Ray.
So I know another thing I need to buy. I need to buy one of those farms.
You need to buy a farm?
Yeah.
Well, that's just it. They're going to see you just like the analogy where the big dogs are going to say, oh,
I don't know this farm. Who are these people? Well, if I were them, I would go to me and ask for a cut.
They're getting a cut because they're using their platform.
Yeah. Well,
I've heard stories about people that have music just yanked down because it's doing good. Because before, like, I've worked with a few artists that they're like trying to promote, and they're like, "Oh yeah, I paid this promotion to give me X amount of streams."
Right. Wow.
And what happened was their stuff got chopped down because they weren't real stream. They weren't real humans.
Dude, I did not. Well, I mean, it makes sense, right? Because I mean, all the Twitter stuff that's coming out now. I mean, they have control.
If you have control, then you can do whatever you want.
They have control, and they plead ignorance. They plead ignorance, but the truth is, they own the code. So of course they know what it's.
And you can manipulate whatever you want.
And I'm not saying that they are. Just to be safe.
I ain't saying that they ain't. I ain't saying they ain't.
That's right.
Yeah, you can manipulate it.
Yeah.
I would think
they have the ability to manipulate, and we're trusting them not to.
Sure. Or you probably heard of this back when CDs were sold.
Yeah.
And you wanted to hit your points on the week of release, or you want to hit your goal.
Yeah.
Have you heard of the labels going in there
and buying everything? Yeah.
Why not?
You can.
You get the stat. You get the credibility.
That's right.
And no one needs to know who bought what.
That's right.
Why not?
Then it just give it
streaming platform that just does what they want. Little code.
There you go. All right.
Let us know your thoughts in the comments.
That's food for thought, folks.
That's some deep conspiracy, I guess.
That's right.
Maybe not so deep.
Come on.
Before we sign off, make sure you go to forwardproducer.com/ISP. Industry Standard Productions. Free course. It's going to help you level up your game. Right. Ray's pointing at it right now if you're watching. And please, it would do us a big help if you could share. That's right. Comment. Subscribe. It'll mean a lot. If you get any value out of this podcast or what we put out. Right. That would mean a lot. No, and it's not really a hard thing for y'all to do. Just click. Right. And it'll help us out a lot. Well, Merry Christmas, y'all. Merry Christmas. Happy New Year. Y'all have a great holiday. Have a great holiday, and we'll see you all next time. Peace out. Peace.